Hey, this is Tony with the Why, the Simple Guy, coming to you in this episode. In this episode, uh, I'm Tony with the Why, the Simple Guy. In this episode, we're going to be talking about simple success principles, bringing you simple success principles on reading. So, what we're going to talk about a little bit is I'm going to pull out my cards. I'm going to talk about a go-to move. When I was growing up and I played basketball, I had what I called a go-to move. Now, in basketball, that's a move that when you make this move, what you do is it's a move that you know you can make. No matter what. If you're struggling with your game, if you're having a challenge, jump-starting your game, or as far as offense is concerned, I have what I call a go-to move. And so I went in the gym, and when my peers were out in the summertime working and having fun, I was in the gym working on my game, working on my go-to move. And the reason why I say that is because my question to you is, what is your go-to move? What is a move that you have that no matter what, you are confident that you can succeed in that go-to move? So one of the things I wanted to talk about is the 4 things that I had to do in order for me to work on my go-to move. And these were skills that I needed in order to help me with my game and make it better. I had to do these every day. So I was working in the gym 4 or 5 times a day, 2 hours a day, just working on my game, getting good. And so one of the things that I want to do is talk to you about the 4 letters that I had before, which was read, R-E-A-D. Number 1, read. You have to be ready. Like I said before, you have to be ready to go to work. You have to be ready to go to work. You have to be ready to put in hours. You have to be ready to be dedicated to what you are about to embark on. E, enthusiastic. Well, what's enthusiastic? Enthusiastic is excited, energetic, and motivated. You have to be excited, you have to be energetic, and you have to be motivated when it comes to these 4 keys. Number 3 is attitude. They say your attitude, not your aptitude, will control your altitude. Okay, they say your attitude, how you go about doing these things, not your aptitude, not how high you go, or your knowledge or how much you know will control your altitude, how high you go. And so the last one is D for driven, disciplined, or determined. You have to be determined to get the job done. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that. My question, like I said before, is what is your go-to move? Now, I'm getting ready to get started on our reading for this episode. Like I said, highlighter, pen, write stuff down. These cards, pretty cards, pretty colors. And glasses, if you need those in order for us to move forward. So with that being said, let's get into it, and let's get into chapter 2. Okay, I already read chapter 1. I'm going to be reading chapter 2. Yes, and I'm going to be putting on my glasses because you know what I mean. I need my glasses. So it says, Eric, what are you doing here? The office receptionist called out as I wove my way through the sea of desks on the way to my cubicle Tuesday morning. What do you think? I called back, holding up the mound of papers balanced on my arm. I'm tying up loose ends as usual. You know, Karen, selling is 1/10 prospecting and 9/10 paperwork. The more I sell, the more I regret it. Don't let Frank hear you say that, she responded with a smile, motioning to the large office in the corner. Frank White was vice president of sales for WEL, and a man not to be taken lightly. A hard-driving, hard-charging type, Frank could instill fear in almost anyone by just looking in their direction. His favorite saying was engraved on a plaque that sat on the edge of his desk for all salespeople to see. It read, hit your quota or hit the bricks. It was intimidation, pure and simple. And for the most part, it worked. I couldn't remember the last time I missed reaching a sales goal. There were other managers in the company who used carrots to motivate people to perform, but not Frank. Frank was all stick. The day wore on, and eventually the avalanche of papers on my desk began to look like a light snowfall. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was caught up on everything and thought I might actually grab a bite to eat and still have time to take a sales call before heading home for the night. I grabbed my jacket and headed down to the basement cafeteria. After filling my tray with meatloaf, mashed potatoes, a small salad, and a Diet Coke, I worked my way to one of the empty tables. No sooner had I put down the first bite of food in my mouth, one of the guys from marketing sat down beside me. Eric, how's it going, my friend? I looked at him suspiciously. No one in sales ever called me friend, unless there was an ulterior motive. Fine, I said cautiously. Tim McDonald, right? Yeah, Tim McDonald. Boy, you guys in sales have great memories. Listen, Eric, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I'd really owe you. What exactly do you need, Tim? We're conducting a focus group of sorts, kind of a cross-section of customers and some marketing department people. And we really want to have a representative from sales. Do you think you can spare an hour or so? No way, I thought to myself, and almost couldn't believe it when I heard the words, "What time?" roll off my lips. 10 a.m. I promise it won't go over an hour, 90 minutes tops. Thanks. McDonald stood and strolled off, getting away quickly before I could change my mind. What a pushover I am. This was really going to put a dent in my day, but an obligation was an obligation, I rationalized. Okay, so I finished that chapter. That was chapter 2. And let me go back, because that chapter was called Tying Up Loose Ends. That was chapter 2. In my next episode, we're going to be going over chapter 3. Yay! We're going to be going over chapter 3. So give yourself a hand clap. Yay! We're going over chapter 3. And my goal here is, I'm just reading through this book just to show you where I was and where I am now as far as reading is concerned. Now, you notice I had a few hiccups while I was reading. That's okay if you have hiccups while you're reading and you mispronounce some words. But, you know, you go back and what you do is you just reread the word that you mispronounced. You go back a couple words and you just go through and just repronounce the word that you had the hiccup on and keep reading. Please, 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 do not let that be a stumbling block. Do not let you get frustrated when it comes to reading. If you have a couple hiccups in some words, it's okay. It's okay. Just go back, slow it down, sound it out. Yesterday, me and my granddaughter were talking about compound words, 2 words put together. And that's one of the key skills that you need whenever you are reading. And so what you do is you just sound it out. Like we had a word breakthrough. It was 2 words, break and through, and they put it together and called it breakthrough. So all you do is just sound it out. When in doubt, this is my rule, because I'm Tony with the Y, the simple guy. I keep things simple. When in doubt, sound it out. Say it with me now. When in doubt, sound it out. Okay? I'm going to end this portion of the episode. This is Tony with the Y, the simple guy. I'm signing off saying, dream big, because you'll never be bigger than your dreams. And I'm going to add this here one to it also. Readers are leaders. And if you want to become a leader, our goal is for you to become a reader. Take charge. Take care. Talk with you later. Blessings.